This is a third and fourth stimulus check update. The IRS gave two new payment dates of when you could expect to get the $1,400 stimulus check. One date for direct deposit, one date for paper check. There's a new update for the 30 million Social Security recipients who haven't yet received their stimulus check. And the Social Security Administration gave an important update of how recipients may receive their stimulus check. And there's new traction gained with the fourth stimulus check. Currently, there are over 60 lawmakers in favor of a stimulus check. I'll give you the details on that. Then I'll answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you appreciate these fact-based, fast-paced updates, then hit the like button down below. I want to get your opinion on this first. So, drug overdoses are an unintended consequence of COVID stimulus payments, according to experts. They're saying in Virginia, Tennessee, Ohio, Minnesota, and other states have reported spikes in fatal and non-fatal overdoses. What they're saying is we definitely believe that there's a correlation between the recent stimulus checks that were sent out and the overdoses we're seeing right now. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. Are the stimulus checks related to the overdoses, or are the overdoses independent of the stimulus checks? Let me know your thoughts on that. Next, let's talk about the big mess that's going on with the stimulus checks for the 30 million Social Security recipients. So basically, it all rests on this guy right here, Andrew Saul, who is the Social Security Administrator. So this article is very telling, and it's actually horrible what's going on. So Social Security clears way for stimulus checks after accusations of malfeasance. So what happened here is Social Security Commissioner Andrew Saul argued that the agency was required to wait to provide payment files for beneficiaries because it received no appropriations to fund its work. Basically saying we didn't provide the files because we didn't get any money. We didn't get any money to fund its work. So this is really messed up here. So it's saying House Democrats accuse Social Security Commissioner Andrew Saul and Deputy Commissioner David Black, both holdovers from the Trump administration, of slow walking the process. The House and Ways Means Committee basically said, hey, what's going on with these 30 million people who didn't receive their stimulus check? We need those files, and we need it within 24 hours. So they did send the files within 24 hours after that threat and after all of the press got a hold of it. Now the IRS has those files, they're still processing it, and a payment date will be coming soon. But it makes me wonder, if the House and Ways Committee didn't ask for those files, what would have happened? Well, I think there's a little more corruption here than said. So the Social Security Administration did not immediately respond to questions about whether it used the entirety of the 38 million appropriated for the second round of stimulus payments, which was authorized for use until September 30th, 2021. Basically, the Social Security Administration got 38 million appropriated for the second round of stimulus checks, which is back in December. So they already got $38 million. And Andrew Saul is saying, hey, we didn't send the payment files because we didn't get any money for it. I don't think they spent $38 million just on getting files ready to send for second stimulus checks. That's more than enough for the third stimulus check and the 10th stimulus check if it ever comes to that. So I think there's something a lot more corrupt, a lot more fishy. I think Andrew Saul was probably holding these 30 million Social Security files hostage until the agency got more money. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. And there's more headlines coming out like this. I would remove the Trump and Biden from this headline. I would just say appointees are sabotaging stimulus checks. And I would just say either greedy, selfish, corrupt, whatever adjective you want to put, but appointees are sabotaging stimulus checks. I don't think it has anything to do with Biden or Trump, just a corrupt individual or individuals holding up the stimulus checks. Now, what is happening? What's going to happen with the date? Where are we at right now? So hopefully within the next day or so, we should receive a big IRS announcement because they have the 30,000 files. A lot of Get My Payment tools have been updated. I'll let you know about that in a moment with payment dates for SSI and SSDI, but they are processing the files, and they said that they will have an announcement soon of what's happening with those people expecting the checks. Now, I went on the Social Security website, and they have an FAQ regarding stimulus checks. You could look at it. There's really not much helpful information, but one thing really stood out to me down here, saying, Will the IRS send an economic impact payment debit card to some people as with previous economic impact payments? So if you got a debit card in the past, it's not going to happen this time. So the IRS does not plan to issue prepaid debit cards to beneficiaries for this third round of EIPs. A person who received their EIP prepaid debit card will receive a paper check in the mail for the third stimulus check. So if you got debit cards in the past, this time around, you will receive a paper check. If you are on SSI, SSDI, or any Social Security recipient, you will not receive a debit card, just a paper check for this time around, or potentially direct deposit. So I'm going to get into the big update now with the IRS and payment dates, including Social Security recipients. So IRS put out a tweet saying, got questions about the third stimulus? An IRS tool online now offers taxpayers projected economic impact payments, deposit date. See the Get My Payment tool. Looks like a generic message, but the Get My Payment tool had a big update. So this is the Get My Payment tool right here. You could click on it. You could just go to Google and type in IRS Get My Payment tool. I've called this the Waste My Time tool because for the majority of people, it doesn't really work, but it must have had a big update on Friday because we see this right here. Cherry Plaza said, my in-laws got a date of March 31st for direct deposit. They are on SSI. Get My Payment updated Friday afternoon. So I recommend checking the Get My Payment tool, see, you might have any luck. Also, I just want to point out this. If you see this, this is not me. Someone is trying to get you to WhatsApp them to invest and try to get money and scam you, but this is not me. I would never do this to you. So just report this as spam if you ever see these comments. Next comment, next payment date. Nada says, got a date for April 2nd, a paper check, and receive Social Security. So it seems that people who are on Social Security are getting payment dates through the Get My Payment tool, either March 31st as a direct deposit or April 2nd, Friday, for paper checks to be sent out. Also, Robert Covert said, just got my paper check and had a date for yesterday. So congrats to that, and thank you for everyone leaving comments, letting us know your status. You're really helping out the Wiseflies community and helping everyone understand these payment dates have not been announced by the IRS or on the IRS website, and they're not in any article. So this is all thanks to you with your comments. Keep those comments coming. It really helps me figure out what's going on, and then I could share the information with the Wiseflies community. There's also some glitches going on with stimulus checks. So this is in regards to people who filed their taxes with TurboTax and H&R Block. If you did file with them, it seems that according to the IRS, there are still problems, but they're working on the issues. No update on what's happening and when, but if you did file your taxes with them, you could have delays in getting the check. Also, another update, why some couples are getting their stimulus checks in 2 payments. So according to the IRS, it's saying that some couples will receive their stimulus money in 2 payments, the IRS said this past week. The reason, there is a glitch in the system that divides the payments for married couples where one person has filed an injured spousal claim. It may come one week, the other one may come the following week or over the next few weeks. So if you did file jointly with a married couple and you didn't receive your stimulus check in one shot, it may come over the next week or 2. I'll keep you updated as the IRS gives out more information. So far, if you appreciate all the time, energy, and effort that went into giving you this update, hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you want the latest on what's happening with third stimulus check payment dates and the 30 million Social Security recipients. So I'll keep you updated as soon as I find out more information. And now let's talk about the 4th stimulus check, what's happening. So this week coming up, President Biden is going to unveil the multi-trillion-dollar infrastructure plan in Pittsburgh. So we'll find out more information regarding 4th stimulus check, if there is anything else. But this is an opportunity for the Democrats to put in whatever they want, since it's going to be a big bill. They could put in the stimulus checks, they could do student loan, they could increase the Social Security by $200 a month. I'll keep you updated. Subscribe if you want the latest on the 4th stimulus check package as well. Bernie Sanders says he wants Medicare expansion in the next big bill, which is the infrastructure bill, which they're saying infrastructure, but it's probably going to have a lot of other things in it as well. So what he's saying is he wants to lower the Medicare's eligibility from 65 to 55 or 60 years old and expand the program to cover dental work, glasses, and eye surgeries, as well as hearing aids. So that could be in the fourth stimulus check package. And some other news, good news actually, is that with the fourth stimulus check, there's over 60 lawmakers now in support of the direct payments to Americans. So this is people in Congress. So publicly, I think a lot of people are in favor of the fourth stimulus check. In Congress, so far, there are 64 congressional lawmakers who have pushed for recurring direct payments until the pandemic ends. What they said is it was very encouraging to see the inclusion of direct cash assistance in your current economic rescue plan. However, it is clear that during the unprecedented time in our nation's history that we must take additional unprecedented action, which paves the way for a potential fourth stimulus check. I've mentioned this before. Detroit Rep. Tlaib introduces a bill for $2,000 up front and then $1,000 per month recurring stimulus payments. So we got a tweet from Representative Pramila Jayapal. She said in a tweet, $2,000 per month throughout the COVID-19 crisis, then $1,000 per month for a year after the pandemic ends to help people get back on their feet. Now, this is really strange. And then she shows her website. If you go to the website, it actually doesn't say $2,000 per month. So there's a minor error there. It's basically saying, it says right up top on her website, immediately provides $2,000 payment to every person in America, and then followed by 1,000 recurring monthly payments. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. When I asked about this, a lot of you were wondering, where's the money coming from? Is maybe too much? Some of you wanted it more targeted, but let me know your thoughts on this, on a fourth stimulus check. Just to clarify what lawmakers are saying, some lawmakers just want a one-time payment. Others want the recurring stimulus check. So there's a few different ways the fourth stimulus check could happen. Subscribe if you want the latest on what is happening with the fourth stimulus check. I know many of you haven't even gotten your third stimulus check, but I just want to provide you any news regarding stimulus checks, free money, with child tax credits, anything like that. I just want to give you any news that's coming out. Next, I'm going to answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. Diana Rainey asks, where does all this stimulus money come from since we still have a large national debt? Are we borrowing it from China? I know we have special funds, but not enough for all of this. That's a good question. So I know that the Biden administration is saying that they're not going to tax, or they're not going to tax regular people, just the rich. But maybe with all this spending, they might have to tax the average American person too. Not sure, but yeah, it's a good question. Wendy Levy asks, any information on the FEMA funeral rebate reimbursement? As of now, not yet. They said that April is when they're going to announce it and open up the portal, or actually open up the hotline for it. So that's only in a few days. So I'll definitely keep you updated what happens with the FEMA funeral rebate, but it should be within a few days. Next question, Lenise Reed asks, why would they send checks instead of putting it on our direct express cards, which would be faster, not getting a check through the mail? So a great question. I think the whole screw up with the Social Security Administration and Andrew Saul, I guess, holding those 30 million files hostage, maybe that is screwing up everything, and they're just trying to do whatever is efficient to get the stimulus checks out as fast as possible. But yeah, I agree. Direct express cards and direct deposit is a lot faster than paper checks and more efficient. Kelly Garcia asks, I have a question. My friend has 5 children. They don't work or receive SSI. What should she do to file for the stimulus checks for her and her children? So by now, she should have already received the first and second stimulus check. And if someone has received the first and second stimulus check, there's no action needed to receive the third stimulus check. If she hasn't received any stimulus checks at all, she should definitely file a tax return and get the rebate recovery credit. Debbie Stats asks, what happened to the $200 Social Security, folks? So, yeah, great question. The $200 increase per month for Social Security. No news on that yet, unfortunately. Hopefully, we find out in this infrastructure bill, maybe it'll have that in this fourth stimulus check package. I'll keep you updated on that. No mention from President Biden, who campaigned on this promise, or anyone else. I'll definitely keep you updated as soon as I find out more information. That is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To hopefully brighten your day a bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, my name is Bella. This is the tip of the day. If you make a mistake, then it's okay. You learn from your mistake, it makes you a better person. So it's okay. It's okay. We still love you. We like you a lot.